Okay, so what we have here, Matt, we have created a visual display of all of the emblems that International Harvester put on tractors between 1955 and 1971. Ending in 1954, everything IH did had decals on it with the letter series.
Yeah.
So starting in 55, they started to put these three-dimensional emblems on them to identify both the brand and the model number. That 17-year period ended in 1971, and when the 66 series came out in 1972, everything again went back to decals.
Yeah.
So we have tried to collect everything we have in that 17 years of every tractor made in North America that had an emblem on it as an identifier.
Did they any one particular due to styling or, you know, like Raymond Lowry on the letter series?
You know, I don't know who did all that stuff, but all this stuff was blueprinted.
Yeah.
There was a die made for every single different emblem, and these were stamped out of stainless steel.
Yeah.
On this particular board, we have lined them up by engine version. So this would be the gas models, the diesel, the LP gas, and the high clear on the Farmall. We've got gas, diesel, and LP again.
Yeah.
Where you see a blank, that shows that IH never made that tractor in that engine variant.
Yeah.
Down here, we know that 600 was never made in an LP, so this is blank also. But these are all the tractors that IH made by engine variant, by model, in that period between 1955 and 1958.
Yeah.
On the second board here, we go to the Oval Series on our branding of Farmall and International. The models that were under the Farmall brand, the models that were under the International brand in both a red or yellow tractor.
Yeah.
The Farmall of these three, that emblem. The International had all of these emblems under the International brand. The yellow tractors they painted had a different emblem with different colored oval emblems that might be the same emblem as right here, but it's black and it actually has a different part number. The industrials are in this group, and then your yellow 560 and 660. So each emblem, so number 60 goes back down to the sheet. It's a 460 diesel. It has a part number, how it's made, what year, what tractor plant in North America it was put on, and a description of the emblem. Every emblem on here was available to be purchased out of the parts book.
Yeah.
We have gone through every parts book of every tractor from 1955 through 1971 and collected every part number of an emblem that could have been purchased out of the parts book, and everyone is here in succession.
Which one would you say would be probably the rarest or most?
Well, we know the LP gas high utility.
Oh yeah, that one is.
They only made 16 of those tractors. I don't think they made 16 460 Grove, so that's a rare one. This one's certainly rare. This one wasn't even in the parts book, but it was assigned to International by International at the factory in Louisville by any tractor that was painted yellow as a 240 utility.
Okay.
There's some rare stuff on here.
Yeah.
When we go through to the larger horsepower tractors, you have the Farmall brand tractors and you have the International brand tractors, and some of these are the same emblem because they were both the Farmall and the International. The counterparts for these in yellow are down on the last board. This Farmall emblem only fits these two tractors. The International emblem, the same size as this Farmall emblem, fits all of these tractors. The low boy is a decal that went on the 404. The special is a decal that went on the 2404 if that tractor was sent to Louisville and a loader and a belly mount mower were put on it. All of these.
I've never seen that one before.
Yep. This was used on a lot of golf courses.
Okay.
Okay, so here's your crawlers that were the second series of the T340s. The Series A, or rectangle. The first series are oval emblems. These are the unitized tractor loaders that were all made in Louisville. If you see a gold emblem of this shape in these boards, that means this tractor, this emblem was his new old stock and has never been on a tractor.
Okay.
The emblems all started out in this series as gold with an anodized aluminum coating. Exposure to sun and rain faded them all to silver. Any emblem you see today of this shape will still be gold on the back, even if it's silver on the front, because it's never been exposed to sun and rain. As we go around from the early 60s to the mid 60s, here's our industrial series of the 04 and the 06. We had to peg brake off of this one, that's why it's at an angle, but that was in transport on the way over here. Everything under the Farmall brand is right here. Everything under the International brand is right here, with most of those being the same emblems over again. And of course our industrials on the 06 series, which are very rare.
Yeah, that 20.
The 21206. What we know on that, there might be 3 of those that had that emblem on it.
Yep.
And again, that is a stamped emblem by IH. They actually made a die to stamp that emblem out right there after they had tractors with just the decal on it, because the emblem wasn't done yet.
Yeah.
Our last board has the 544 on it at the top, with a smaller International emblem than the rest of the entire series. International made 2 emblems, one embossed with Farmall and one that was not embossed, and to add more tractors they added these decals to the same base plate to make different variations of the same emblem. That kept them from making different emblems with more stamps.
Yes, it probably would have took a lot more to have that embossed.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
With all the different models they.
The gold all-wheel drive goes on the 06 series. The chrome all-wheel drive goes on the 56 series. And then we have the industrials at the bottom that all have 4 digits or 5 digits. And of course those are all rare.
Yeah.
So in total, we have accounted for 210 different emblems that IH made during that period of 1955 to 1971. They are all on this board, and we think it might be one of the most comprehensive collections to show every tractor IH made in that 17-year period.
Yeah.
This is our traveling display.
It's a very nice display. I know, how long did it take you to put it together?
We've probably got 1,000 hours of research in this in the last 25 years, and certainly I've got 1,000 hours in getting the emblems ready and mounted on this portable display.
Yeah.
But we can fold this thing up, put it in the back of a pickup, and take it anywhere in the United States. It's like number 204 right here. It's a 1456 Wheatland. There's the part number. It's made of aluminum. It was put on the tractor from those years in that tractor plant, and there's a brief description.
Yeah.
The only thing we had to do on this board was decide what the parameters were, which are only tractors and crawlers that were built in North America, no imports from Britain or any other country, no exports to those countries, and that kind of narrows your frame down. No truck emblems on here, no grill emblems on here, just model identifiers and brand identifiers.
Now you said some of these you may have restored, or
Most of these
are original.
Most of these are originals, and we have then taken them and run them through our workshop to make them nicer than their field condition that most of them were acquired in. There are some new old stock on here. There are some new aftermarkets on here, but in the end, everything is the exact representation of the original.
Okay.
With 90% of them being original emblems that may have been refurbished with new paint.
You said the ones that were not embossed, I guess, they had that was a decal there first.
Yes, yes. These 4 decals would go in this spot to make these other emblems for International Harvester. The 1026 Wheatland is just a derivative of the 1026 standard, and that base plate, these 3 emblems are the same with just different identifiers up here, making it 3 different tractors. So that's how they did it as they progressed up through, instead of making all new emblems. There are actually 18 different 460 emblems on this, in this collection. Each one has its own part number.
On the other side?
Yeah, yes. So if you want to see what International Harvester did, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on this board. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 different emblems in just the 460 series between 1958 and 1962.
Yeah.
Each one has their own part number, and each one could be individually ordered through International Harvester back in the day.
I know they used the 460 for a lot of
different things on the 460.
Must have been pretty popular.
Yep. As they went up through the progression, they saw that they couldn't continue this. This was way too expensive for them to do, to make a different stamp from each one.
Now, do you know the process of it? I mean, I know they were stamped, but how they would paint?
I don't know the paint process, but they were painting emblems in mass. There were some emblems that were made in Indianapolis. I'm not the expert on where different emblems were made and how it was done, other than I do know that anything gold in this shaped emblem is an anodized coating.
Now, were these, was that a decal, or was that?
That's paint.
Painted.
That's
Okay.
paint, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So the difference between a new old stock emblem like this one is a new old stock. It's gold. It's never been on a tractor.
Yeah.
And this one that is gold, it's a 1206. The anodized coating on the 1206 was never designed to fade to silver.
Yeah.
Anodizing is a process of a chemical and electricity that protects aluminum. These were designed to fade to silver in the sun. These were designed to never fade. So these were cooked a lot longer.
Yeah.
The decals here just means this emblem was not completed yet. So when the 1206 came out, they had to put decals on them temporarily until these 2 emblems were ready to go into production.
Yeah, I remember, I think Kristen Gall was talking about the early.
Yep. So in the end, we've tried to identify every emblem on every tractor from 1955 to 1971 and collect every one of them and show them off.
You've done a fantastic job. I mean, that's a incredible display.
It's
I know it had to take you a long time.
We have found some stuff in here that we didn't even know existed until about a year ago, when we really started to decide to put this thing together about a year ago.
Is there any you're missing?
Not missing a single thing.
Not missing a single one.
Not missing a single one.
Well, I appreciate it.
Thanks, sir.
What do you do?
I am Jeff Foreman. I do that Emblem Guy.
Yeah.
I do tractor emblems for International Harvester. We do some tractor parts. We build signs for Case IH. We delve into a lot of things, but this was our passion.
Yes.
And this is how we started about 25 years ago. Tractor emblems for International Harvester.
All right, well, thank you. Yes,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you.